35192, you want to send a text. You can watch live. You go to alancoxshow.com. Thank you to Butford Klumpelhoff for sitting back there and helping out in the video department. Your Cleveland Guardians are on a hell of a streak right now. They grabbed the division, and they're on a 7-game win streak right now. They are off until Thursday. They will play the Rays here at home. They're at home for the remainder, obviously. They'll play the Tampa Rays, and then they'll do a 6-game series against Kansas City Royals.
I don't think they're off till Thursday. I think they're back tomorrow.
What am I looking at? Thursday, September 29th is what I'm looking at. Is that it? Oh, I'm sorry. That really skipped ahead. You're right. Tomorrow night, 6:10. Oh, yeah, of course, because tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, yeah, those are 6:10 games, right. So tomorrow night, here on MMS, 6:10, we'll dip a little early. Tampa Rays are in town. I think the Rays are like just about 500. But they will play your Cleveland Guardians, and you have a few days left remaining to use the promo code BUZZ over at CLE Clothing Company. That'll get you 20% off whatever you get over there, whether it's retro Buzzard merch or whatever you want. We're still waiting for tonight's Monday Night Football game, but Terry the Goat had another less than stellar week. Should not have a good week.
It's been a crazy season so far.
Yeah, it's been a wild
There's a
season
lot of
so
stuff.
far.
You know, you got the Chargers just completely crap in the bed yesterday against the Jaguars. You got the Colts beating the Chiefs, which nobody saw coming. There's a lot of really weird football yesterday. That Sunday night game was pretty unwatchable, and it ended in an 11-10 score, which is just odd.
Did you see the Bills' offensive coordinator?
Yeah, Ken Dorsey flipping out.
This guy, after here, I'll show it to you if you're watching the live stream. This guy, after they flub, I think their final play.
Former Browns quarterback.
He just throws everything against the wall, and very exciting for him. Dorsey used to be a Browns coach, you said?
Player.
Oh, a player. Oh. All 32 teams received a memo from the NFL this week threatening punishment for breaking tablets or other league-issued equipment. You know, Tom Brady has a habit of throwing those.
Yeah.
Tom Brady also proving he's not invincible this weekend. I think that Giselle stuff is probably weighing heavy on his mind.
Is that happening?
I don't believe it. I think it's a publicity stunt.
She says it has nothing to do. She admits there's stuff going on, but that it has nothing to do with football, which is cryptic, at the very least. So the Giants play the Cowboys tonight for Monday Night Football. Terry the Goat picked the Giants. The only games she's gotten right so far, she picked the Eagles over D.C., she picked the Jags over Bills Chargers, Falcons over the Seahawks.
Eagles look good.
Everything else she got wrong. So, a wild time. Yeah, the Dolphins punter bounced the ball off his teammate's ass.
Yeah, the butt punt.
That was a good time, too. Yeah, my daughter is playing soccer, and she has games on Saturday mornings, and she's showing herself. You know, they rotate the kids. They're 6-year-olds. Mm-hmm. So everybody just gathers around the ball and tries to get it into the other goal. There's no passing or anything. My daughter has proven herself to be pretty good in the goal.
Oh, yeah?
With the gloves on, yeah. But she felt a little weird throwing the ball back into play. She bounced it off of the opposite team's kid's head, and it bounced into the goal.
Hey.
And they got the point.
Oh, that still scores?
Yeah, it still scores.
Sure does.
Yeah. Inadvertently scoring for the other team. But that's how you learn, right?
Yeah,
that's how you learn.
You didn't scream at her and said, "What are you doing?"
I did not.
You piece of trash.
Nope.
What were you thinking?
Oh,
what am I
kid of
paying
mine.
for all these soccer lessons for?
If I were paying for soccer lessons, I might be prone to be yelling. But
I mean, you play for her to be on the team, and she goes to practice. So
Gwen is the assistant coach, so.
We'll get it together, Gwen.
But on the
you got to be coaching better.
On the subject of soccer camps, those are still up in the air. It depends on how much she wants to do something like that. But that's how you learn, is to accidentally throw the ball, bounces off the opposing team's head, and into the goal. Our buddy Chet texted me, take it from somebody who fractured a bunch of ribs. Post Malone ain't playing Cleveland tomorrow night.
You don't know. You might.
Listen, I would be.
He's got the technology to get shot up and maybe get through it.
But you got to sing.
But then he still has.
You got to have lung capacity. I mean, this guy
left.
woke up in excruciating pain, like just breathing while he was sleeping, and you never breathe more calmly than when you're sleeping.
Auto-tune's doing most of the work with his music anyway.
Well, I can't get a vibe on that. All I've heard. Initially, that was my vibe on Post Malone. Is like, oh, he's just another mumble dude or whatever.
I mean, he can.
But then you hear
sing.
more of
really
his.
good.
You hear more of his stuff, and I go, oh, this guy's clearly got something.
Yeah, he's very good. But I mean, he's still got a lot of auto-tune songs. So he just does an all auto-tune set list.
And it also doesn't look like he's been refunding. He's been saying, hang on to your tickets for my rescheduled dates.
Well, yeah, that they're not going to refund because he'll reschedule the shows.
Yeah.
But just, I would be very surprised if he plays tomorrow night or Detroit on Saturday.
I thought Detroit was
Wager.
Wednesday.
Detroit is Saturday.
Who knows?
I think you guys should make a wager.
I'm not wagering anything. I'm already going to be out money.
So he texted, Alan, did you happen to notice that once again, Poundcake falls ass backwards into being right with Rihanna in the Super Bowl halftime show? It is true.
When did he say that?
He has mentioned on a number of occasions, why hasn't Rihanna done the Super Bowl halftime show? And then right after they announced that Apple Music was the new presenting sponsor taking over for Pepsi, the speculation was that it was going to be Taylor Swift, but Rihanna's no surprise either.
They asked
And Poundcake, he's been team Riri since you could be on a team.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you were saying that she wasn't going to do it because of racism.
I know. I didn't say
Probably. No, I thought you had said, why hasn't she? She should do one.
what I said.
They should have her do one.
She turned it down.
They were asking Taylor Swift. They did ask Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift said no because she doesn't own her music right now, so she's waiting to record the rest of her first 6 albums before she performs.
Now explain that to me. What does that have to do with her performing at the Super Bowl?
Because when you perform songs from your catalog, somehow, some way down the line, the person who owns that catalog gets paid. And right now,
and she doesn't want other people getting paid off of her
it's
performance.
Scooter Braun,
Gotcha.
Justin Bieber's manager, who she doesn't like.
Okay.
Bought her masters. She doesn't want to perform, make him money. And she's going to wait until she re-records the albums that are already out. So then,
Well, why didn't she do that? Chop, instead of putting out, she's getting ready to drop a new album.
it might be next year. She's recorded I think the first 2. I don't know, but she's already in the process of recording those. They're just not out yet. She's not going to make a big release. She just wants it. So
Well,
they'll
anyway,
play-
Rihanna's going to do the Super Bowl
Yes.
halftime show.
And so they went to Taylor Swift. She said no, not yet. And then somehow, some way, they convinced Rihanna. I don't know. They don't pay for the halftime show. So it's
Who
pretty,
does?
No one. But I'm
You
saying
don't get paid.
No,
no one gets
performers
paid.
don't get paid.
It's
for it.
promotion.
It's her first major performance since 2018.
What was 2018?
First time we did that since 2018.
No, I've been working it back
I
in.
know.
But yeah, no, they had been asking her along the line, and I think it was because of the whole Black Lives Matter thing, and
She turned it down in support of Colin Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick, and she was saying that, black athletes don't get paid enough and blah, blah, blah. I don't know what it was, but it was essentially not enough diversity. And she's like, when y'all come correct and start treating black athletes with some respect, I think that's where she was coming from. And now she's caved. She's a mom now. She's a billionaire.
Well, she will. This is also probably to promote a new album.
R9, yeah. She'll probably come out with some new singles.
R9.
Yeah, she'll come out with some new singles by then. I'm excited to hear her old stuff because I like not old Rihanna, but like the Unfaithful Rihanna, Umbrella Rihanna.
Ella.
Yeah, I like that one, but I think my favorite one was Where Have You Been? I know everyone likes this is what you came for, or this is what you, whatever song that was with Calvin
Is this going to
Harris.
be another thing where Eminem runs out and does a thing with her? Monster.
There's
The Way You Lie.
airplanes and stuff.
What?
Whatever that song was.
No, that was Haley Williams.
Oh,
I
that's
think.
okay.
No, what if Chris Brown comes out? Oh.
What, it hits her?
I mean, that is on par with NFL. Like, they'd be like, hey, it's a great tribute to the players.
There you go.
What's his 40
Now
time?
the NFL pays tribute to the
To spousal abuse.
Spousal abuse.
They have a song called
Domestic abuse awareness night.
They have a song called Nobody's Business and Birthday Cake. So I mean,
Well, it's going to happen February 12th, where the Arizona Cardinals play out in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. And Apple Music is the brand new sponsor. So there you go. That texter is right. Poundcake has fallen ass backwards again into being right.
Well, this is not one where I feel like he fell ass backwards.
I didn't.
This is one where he's very looped in on this stuff because that's the only part of the football season he cares about is the NFL halftime show.
That is the football season.
That is the only thing he gets.
Yeah.
And again,
there's a lot of people who only care about the halftime show.
I don't think I'm necessarily right. I'm surprised she said yes because they had been asking her for years and she just declined because she doesn't need to. But this year,
Well, I think this texter wants you to take the win. So
I'm going to take the win.
that's a sports term.
So, I mean, Taylor Swift next year, I think Ariana Grande will probably be in the running in the next couple of years. Women seem to do better halftime shows than men for whatever reason. Men want to see men. Women want to see women.
Women are more invested in the halftime show.
Yeah, but men, well, yeah.
Men
are going to watch the game either way.
Right.
Men want to see women. Women want to see women. And when men get up there, it's usually corny unless you're like an act that just goes over racial and sex gender bounds. Like, and that Justin Timberlake didn't do it. Coldplay didn't do it. Bruno Mars was like the only one. And that was like, okay, everyone kind of agreed that was a pretty cool halftime show. Even Maroon 5 didn't do it.
Bruno Mars was good, and Prince's best halftime show of all time.
No, Dr. Dre and his whole clan.
Last year?
I loved it.
That was the best one you've ever
I
seen.
watched it like 10 times on YouTube.
Huh. Well,
have you watched the Prince one?
Somebody texted me that performers
Well,
pay to do the halftime show, and that can't be true.
They don't.
Either. There's no way you're going to pay.
They don't
Rihanna's
pay.
not going to pay to do the halftime show.
Right, but Dr. Dre paid a lot of money
You
for
may
the
pay for your
production
set.
of it.
Right,
yeah.
to do what he wanted to do.
And to have who he wanted.
Yes.
And again, Rihanna got she'll just cut a check because she got $1 billion. Like, there's been a couple billionaire halftime shows. I mean, she's not a billionaire, but she's married to a billionaire. And then
She's got to
Dr.
be getting
Dre.
close.
Nope, Rihanna beat her.
Hey guys, going back to what you were talking about with the NFL halftime show, remember a couple years ago when Dee Snider said something about all those guys play rock and roll songs throughout the stadium, like Come On Feel the Noise or Crazy Train and stuff like that, yet none of those artists from any of those songs that they play during the games have ever gotten a chance to play a halftime show, and he was mad because they picked people like J-Lo and all that other stuff.
That's right. Let Gary Glitter play the halftime show.
No, but people have always wanted to see Metallica play. I mean, Metallica is the biggest grossing metal band in the world, and they've never done a Super Bowl halftime show. So the point, Dee Snider's absolutely correct. You go to any sports event, and you're going to hear Thunderstruck, and you're going to hear Crazy Train. They never have those acts. I mean,
They want a broad audience.
You could make the argument, well, you're going to get a big audience with Metallica.
Not bigger than a pop act, though. That's what is popular.
But
music.
you don't know that is the point.
It is, because they want little kids to be able to sing it. They want older kids or older
Little
adult-
kids sing Rihanna songs?
Yes, bitch better have my money. You think there ain't some
Little kids say, well, okay. but you
kindergartners
take my
around?
point. I mean, if they're playing all these songs that are clearly very popular songs in a sports context, I mean, anytime you see like a soundtrack for a sporting event, or it's always rock and roll.
Yes, but
it's metal and it's fast and it's heavy. It's not Rihanna.
Jock Jams is full.
But a lot of kids.
Heavy metal. It's all, but you know what I mean. You know.
I understand what you mean, but like a lot of kids are not watching soundtracks to NFLs.
It's also
they're watching soundtracks to
metal
movies and
bands aren't out there
cartoons.
dancing and flouncing around either. I mean, they're standing there and they're playing. So it's not a very dynamic show if you have a metal band. But I mean,
Well, they went
bring back Twisted Sister. Who knows?
They went rock band heavy after Janet Jackson for a while because they just wanted some legacy acts that weren't going to be overly sexual. So they went.
It was like the Who,
guys
guys
like
that were
The
100
Who
years old,
and-
Aerosmith, and
Yeah, they had
Aerosmith,
Aerosmith.
and they did Rolling Stones do it too?
ZZ Top did it in the late
Yeah.
90s. Yeah, Chili Peppers.
Well, that was with Bruno Mars, so they were a special guest.
But you know what I mean, though. Like they'll
Yeah.
throw those guys in, but the Chili Peppers aren't a hard rock band. You want? Hey,
I would love to see Metallica do the halftime show.
Yeah, it'd be
I think that'd be a great one. And with all their newfound popularity from Stranger Things, I think it's gonna be a hit. I think people would love it. Maybe Rihanna will extend an olive branch and be like, "Hey, why don't you come out?"
well, I mean, they play with
We'll
Lady
do a little-
Gaga.
Yeah,
They've
a
done
little
stuff.
something.
Rihanna and Metallica. You want to do rock trivia?
Yeah.
Do you have it right there, Poundcake?
Yeah, I got to
We
get
haven't
him
done it
out.
in a long time. Bill got Poundcake a Rolling Stone rock trivia calendar for Christmas last year, and we were doing it every week for a while, but we've fallen off.
Are we going to today?
Yes. Today is today. The 26th of September.
Brian Bailey's birthday.
Brian Bailey's birthday. Bill's girlfriend's birthday. My ex-wife's birthday.
And that's what she goes by now.
Bill's girlfriend.
And
What
Jim
is your
Two's
girlfriend's
birthday.
name?
Jim Two's.
I've never met your girlfriend. What is her name?
Danny.
Danny. It's
Short-
Danny's
short for
birthday. Daniel.
Yeldorf.
It's Brian's birthday. Poundcake knows somebody whose birthday's today or no?
No.
Okay, what's the question today?
It says, who played drums on the Song for the Deaf by Queens of the Stone Age?
Too easy.
Oh, that's easy.
Why? What?
It's
know
too
this one?
easy.
No, I don't know this one.
Okay, well, A, B, C, or D. Let's see if you guess it, Mary. A, Taylor Hawkins. B, Trey Cool. C, Dave Grohl. Or D, is it Josh Homme or
Josh Homme.
Josh Homme. Okay.
Dave Grohl.
See Dave Grohl.
Yep.
Yeah.
correct.
Now, why did you think that? Why did you guess
Because
Dave
you said
Grohl?
it was too easy. And that was like the most recognizable name.
You know Taylor Hawkins.
I know the name because he died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me another one, Poundcake.
You don't know who Trey Cool is?
No.
From Green Day.
Drums for
We'll
Green
go
Day.
to this week, this past weekend. So
Yeah.
that we passed that one.
Yep.
Okay. While on tour in the summer of 1992, U2's Bono made a frequent onstage calls in attempt to reach, and it's A, B, C, or D. A, British Prime Minister John Major. B, George H.W. Bush. C, Michael Jackson. Or D, Bill Clinton.
I'm going to say the Prime Minister.
What year was this?
92.
1992. The year I was born. The year of Poundcake.
Read them to me again.
While on tour in the summer of 1992, U2's Bono made frequent on-stage calls in an attempt to reach A, B, C, or D. British Prime Minister John Major. B, George H.W. Bush. C, Michael Jackson. Or D, Bill Clinton.
I'm going to go with George H.W.
That's why I wanted to
Bush.
know the date. It's going to be Clinton. I don't think Bush 41 was president anymore in 92.
Well, 92 was the year that Clinton was running.
What's the answer?
the election was 92.
Right. But
When
he
in
didn't get
92?
He didn't get inaugurated
said
until
over the
93.
course of the
93.
year.
I see what you mean.
In the
Oh, so
summer of 92.
so it would still be Bush 41.
Yeah.
George H.W. Bush.
Is that everyone's answer?
I'm going with Bill, yeah.
Mary?
I said the Prime Minister.
Okay, it's B, George H.W. Bush.
There you go.
Yeah, that's some good rock trivia right there.
Bono on there. Okay, well, okay, there you go. Thank you, Poundcake. We back to fine form there with the rock trivia. The God I believe isn't short of cash, mister. Alan, I saw Post Malone do the Nationwide Arena the night. Where's that?
Columbus.
Columbus. The night after he broke his ribs. Well, listen, man. I mean, you might be able to do that the night after, but he canceled
Few
Boston this
weeks
past
out,
Saturday
yeah.
night. Yeah,
Your
I
body
mean,
probably goes into shock.
they
or
can
like,
only or you can only shoot him up with so much. It's not worth it. What you're not giving people their money back. So all you got to do is reschedule the shows.
He's called Post Malone for a reason. He's posting
Now he's
Postpone.
Postpone Malone is what 4 million people are texting me. Yes, correct. You nailed it. I'll drop some balloons for you when we leave.
Right.
Okay,
If we want to go bad dad jokes, I got one that I didn't do on Saturday, but I wanted to, but I ran out of time.
Oh, boy.
Did you hear that Bob Seger's running for Congress? He's got a very anti-renewable energy platform. He's running against the wind.
Rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it? The setup is just
Yeah, it's-
smooth as silk.
Well,
yeah, okay, well, there
it
you
needs a
go.
little
Against
work,
the
but
wind.
you get
yeah. Yeah, well, I get it. Why didn't you,
You
do
ran
that?
out of time for that?
I decided against it.
He ran against the joke. Right. All right, well, listen.
For good reason.
I'm going to break here, and I'll have those passes for Cleveland Beer Week, which is coming up. Hey, do you like beer? Well, you're in luck, because Cleveland Beer Week, their Night of the Brewseum I'll have a couple of tickets for you for that. Beer Week is the 14th through the 23rd of October. Go to clevelandbeerweek.org to see the entire schedule of what they're going to do. So a couple of tickets for Night at the Brewseum after this break. 35192 if you want to shoot a text, and we'll be back after these.
It's the Alan Cox Show. Everywhere on our free